morning, guys. What's up? Start here in a couple minutes. You know how it works. And let everybody come on in and have a seat, get your coffee ready, or your beer, depending on where you sit on this ball spinning through the universe. Yeah, you're here, Annika. Good morning, guys. Questions, stickers, throw them in the comment box. Click that share button. Share with your friends that you're live with me, and maybe they'll join. Did you know you could do that? You can share this live video. About 45 seconds, guys. We'll get started. Bring up some additional information here. Actually, I don't need that one. What's up, Mom? What's up, YouTube? All right, guys, let's get started. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, May 12th, 2026. Let's get into the report so I can quickly talk about what I'm looking at and then answer your questions. So get your questions, tickers, or anything questions in that chat box. So today CPI data dropped. It came in at 3.8%. If you adjust it by removing increased energy costs, it's at 2.8%, which is 0.8 above the Fed's target. So it's still coming in a little warm, right? We had a sell-off reaction and then buyback. Because why not? Why would we not buy? Why would the markets not run when inflation is hotter? Makes sense, right? Okay, so the NYMO, let's look at the oscillators here. The NYMO is -8. The NAMO's 4. Plenty of room on either side with no bias. The VIX is 18. It's up 1 point. Still, that is buying, guys. So we are in buying mode. Could go either way, but plenty of room to the upside. And did you see the tweet or the message by Donald Trump yesterday? The speech he said, like, you better buy stocks. I'm not getting caught in the bull trap. I'm not doing it. Any entry, like if you watch my videos here recently, guys, any entry needs to have a disciplined stop loss in case, because there is room to the upside, right? But we could have harsh downside, so you've got to be careful. All right, ES right now is testing bias price. Look, guys, how these mean reversion boxes work that we have in the matrix. Whoops. Right? See how price was up here, descended into the box. And where did it find support? Right at the middle. This isn't accident, guys. This is institutional level knowledge that we put on this indicator and use in the war room. All right. What's up, Dan? Let me look at Apple. All right, we'll look at it in a second. You're welcome. So we are against the bias. We're moving against bias. So we've got to be careful taking shorts into this box is my point. We'll call it live in the war room. The Russell 2000 has given a couple primary reads short, although, guys, be careful here. Market regime is a bit flat, right? So we're running a bit sideways, all right? I was not up for this signal. I wouldn't have taken it that close to CPI anyway. You see this crazy wick, probably would have kicked you out. Depends on which way the wick developed. If it would have went down before up, you would have been paid. If it would have went up before down, it would have paid. That's why data drops are tough. I'm actually getting a sell signal here, guys, for my traders. Let's look at it. Yep, right there. You see that? What does that say? Secondary. This chart is running version 3 of the matrix. It has yet to be launched. It had 6 signals yesterday, and they paid every one of them. So your short is going to be, it's already paid out. I've But if we can get a discount in around 66, short that 4-5 points. But we're hunting shorts in RTY. The NAS, look for that VWAP touch and down. There's the bias at we're looking for shorts below the VWAP, below 20 or 29,274. But we're going to be taking shorts into a mean reversion level. But there should be, yeah, there's 100 points here. So we usually hunt 70. Well, Shiraz, we have version 3. I'm running it. You'll see it on the charts. But before I officially launch it to the masses, I want to make sure, because it's me trading, and Harsh has done a great job, I want to make sure it's reading it the way I want to read it. So, right, we only put out high quality products. YM is long bias, guys. The Dow's long bias. Where the other indices are short, YM is long bias. We'll look for longs off the VWAP. The next long is about 776. And here we take about 90 points if we get that read. Gold being price suppressed. Why, guys? Talk about this all the time, because oil is up. Oil up, dollar up, gold down. That's the correlation. So right now we're price trapped in the 4,700 diamond. You can buy off 47. You can see we have buyers underneath here, or you could sell down when. So look, see, here's the bias line, right? There's the VWAP. Check this out. You could, that's actually a sell signal right coming in, but I don't like the sells in this green part of the box. We talk about this all the time. Why? Because there is support here. It is very difficult to sell into support. You have to, support has to break first. So, and oftentimes in these boxes, buys and sells exist. You have to understand the greater trend, the greater market structure, and a little bit of macro information, especially in gold and the correlation to oil, in order to take that trade. Oil's hovering right around $100. It is long bias, hunting for longs off that VWAP. We'll see if we take a trade in that today. We do monitor it because we do trade gold so much. All right, let's get into your questions so that we have time. That's actually why I exist here, to help you guys out for free. Other things I do is I put my weekend update in my YouTube. Go check out Student Alpha YouTube. You can also watch my live there where you get the horizontal charts. What is up over there, YouTube? All right, let's check YouTube out. In Germany, we say if the housewife buys, the man has to sell. I think that's worldwide. What's up, Jesse? How's things going? All right, let's look at YouTube or Instagram. Let's see if you guys have any questions or tickers from me. I think I saw a couple. All right. Dan, the Trader Daddy. Check that out, guys. Trader Daddy's with us today. If you like a lot of good content, follow him on Instagram. He puts out a lot of good information. The Trader Daddy. Go like, subscribe, and follow his stuff. All right, let's look at Apple for you, bro. I think I just charted this the other day. So yeah, the chart should be fresh. Let's look at it. So, excuse me. We're obviously in an uptrend. It's tough to buy at these all-time highs. Let me zoom out. You can see the trend. It's actually very strong. I'll have to measure the Gann angle on this, but the change of trend, it's really been in an uptick since 2018. With this drop in the tariff drop, we'd need to have another VWAP. But one thing that you want to do here is, let's go back to the daily, is you can play this trend line if you're looking for a discount. So market structure discount to 250. The median regression trend line here is about 280 if you think it's going to continue to run. Anybody who holds Apple and wants to protect themselves against a strong drop, say you bought it at $100, $150, I would recommend that stop loss get right outside this in case you have a break of trend. So down there, this would be a stop loss. Let's change that color for a stop. I would get that outside the trend. Now, of course, we're almost the full width of this trend. What typically happens in these trends, guys, because this is 2 standard deviations from the mean price, what typically happens here is it will oscillate, right? You can see this oscillation. So we're at the top, you want to look to buy down here, and you definitely want to have a stop loss below it. So stop loss probably 225 to 240 if you own it long term and want to hold it indefinitely. If you have any other specific TA questions on that, Dan, reach out to me and I'll help you. That's just a quick look. See what other questions you guys have. Circle. Let's go look at CR, CL. Look at you guys with tickers. Look, see, I've charted just about everything. You guys see that? Fib off. Guys, this is what a stereotypical, hyped up, speculative IPO looks like. They all look like this. IPO drops, huge runoff, because retailers buy it. Institutions smash them below IPO price, and then fundamentally over time, if it's a good stock, it rises. Look at FIG. Look at so many of them are like this, guys. But actually, right now, this is a great look for Circle because you see that red and white line almost running together between 28 and 30. That is the IPO and the all-time high anchored VWAPs where it got rejected before. I talk about these VWAPs all the time, guys. Now it's testing it again. And when it's doing it, look at this test, look at this volume low. Look at this test, look at this volume high. It takes high volume to break support and resistance. So this is good. If we close above this today and then do it again tomorrow, your buy is going to be around that level, and then you're going to chase market structure. So you can buy that back up to 160, 192, and all-time high. So keep an eye on it. We're within the threshold of it buying, as well as it being a pure buy signal, as long as that volume stays high. It's looking good. If you have questions, go to my free Discord, and I can send you the chart. Silver, I don't know. Does anybody trade silver? I don't. I've probably traded 10,000 contracts in silver, but I stopped. There's the buy that I called for everybody. Right there. Look at it. You're well into money already. Guys, I put this on my weekend update that launched on Sunday. I talked about it in my groups. That red line is the all-time high anchored VWAP. A 2-day closed filter right there is off it, and you're still not too late. I would try to get a discount. So the all-time high anchored VWAP's at 79.60. If you can get it anywhere close to 80, that might be your buy, and then run it back to 100. Have a tight stop loss, commensurate with your risk. But the other key number to keep an eye on is 71. So there's silver. I buy physical silver. Let's see. Yeah, Evie, that's a different Dan. All right, so have I checked ES already? I sure did, but we can look at it real quick. So ES is running against bias right now. So look, see how bias looks really close? What you guys got to do is you got to go out to the hourly if you're intraday trading, and I got to adjust it just a little bit. Price is going to have to pull near the open price in order to pull those EMAs through. Remember, EMAs are laggards. So these shorts are still available. And if you don't want to keep switching fractals, like meaning constantly change your chart, look right over here, the trend status. It tells you we're bearish on the not only the hour, but the 30-minute and the 15-minute. So only the smaller time frames will roll over, which you like, because if they roll over green, when they turn back red, you're going to get a short. So my traders, be aware that next short is going to be just through the VWAP. There's 10 points there. We are compressed into the 7,400. Diamond, you may only want to take 5, but there are 10 points to the low a day, right? Market structure, market structure, market structure set by the greater fractals. I teach this all the time, guys. If you want to learn it, you come to my war room, and we do it there. Let's see. Jesse, you're watching Plug. I owned that for a long time. I built a trade plan on this one. What do I got going on? Yep, there it is. Last time I analyzed it, here's your trade plan. Actually, I just did it recently. If you like the buy, it's a buy now. I would put a stop loss below this swing low if you want to hold it for a long time, or underneath that one at $1 higher, right there, like $1.65, and run it to this all-time high in IPO anchored VWAP. So that's a 1 to 3.5 risk reward ratio. It's crazy. I owned this sucker. I mean, look how high. I mean, it got down to 65 cents. This thing was as high as $74, and that is not split adjusted pricing. Absolutely insane. If you need help with that, Jesse, let me know. Tag me in the free Discord. So listen, guys, as you're putting more questions, I have a few more minutes. I'm here every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time doing this 20-minute report. Trader Daddy, Dan, does a halftime report at noon. If you follow him, he does a halftime report in the market. You can always check him out. And another buddy of mine, if you watched my top 5 influencers to watch, so Dan was one of them. Another one's Macro Optics. My buddy Johnny, he does I think he does his at Power Hour. So there's a lot of good free reports to watch. But guys, all these excellent people offer paid products. If you like their free stuff, then you need to buy their paid products. Don't just be a cheap ass, because these people come with a lot of knowledge, experience, and certification. I'm here at 9 a.m. So set an alarm, or you can actually click the 3 dots and tell it to alert you immediately, because the algorithm arbitrarily picks who it's going to alert, unless you say, no, I want to know every time Student Alpha goes live. And then you can go over to my YouTube at Student Alpha. You can watch these lives there with a better chart than you see on Instagram. And I have, that's where I put my weekend updates, and I have additional content there. I'm going to film some more content, lifestyle stuff in there. So the other free product offer is my free Discord, where I've answer questions all the time, guys. Right? So if you think of something that you didn't ask this morning and you want an answer later, go ahead and just tag me in my free Discord. So double check my questions for everybody. All right, YouTube 23. Let me look up here. Instagram, get about 100 people on. That's pretty good, guys. All right, well, without further ado, there's no other questions. I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Why don't you click the link, the Sanachin, go look at my bio. Click the link in my bio. All my links are in there. You don't have to find it. They're right there. Links in the bio. I'll be back tomorrow, guys, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It should be working. If not, shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'll get you the link. Guys, do a 7-day free trial. Come trade and learn with me. You won't be sorry. All right. Thanks for joining. I'll see you tomorrow.